3rd of April already. This is Dirk from AlgoTrade24.com, Algo Trading Made Simple, with our market update for this Friday. Yeah, it has been quite a week so far, with some surprises. We didn't really have the chance to enter any trades because the market really just right away slumped down without really holding up on any resistance or support lines, which is our main strategy at the moment, as you guys know, or those of you know who have been following us for a while. So important today, very, very important. At 1:30 UK time, we have the US non-farm payrolls coming out here, expected with minus 100 newly created jobs outside of agriculture. And those who have been following me this week, my videos for a while, know that I've been actually predicting that this number should be very much lower already for March. So means there are already more jobs destroyed in the USA than we're expecting. Now, I have to revise this a little bit, because a good indicator always is this ADP non-farm employment. That is always broadcasted same week on Wednesdays. The number was not as worse as expected there. So let's have a look at this number. So of course it was a minus. The forecast was minus 150. It only came in records with minus 27. So this actually could mean that the minus 100,000 for the non-farm payrolls this afternoon are not as bad as expected as well. So it might be that we just see the impact really with the number next month. Now, I could be wrong, and there are actually two strategies that we can play here. One strategy is when you sit in front of your laptop or your trading screen later, you can make a wild guess and jump in. The other would be to see where are good entry points or exit points, for that matter of fact as well. Now, if this number is really as bad as I expect it to be, what effect is this going to have on the market? So what we would see after the whole week, the dollar surprisingly becoming stronger again. After the last week, the euro was becoming stronger, really like a V shape here at the moment. This number being below 100,000 and below minus 100,000. So I'm not talking something like minus 110,000 or something like this. Really minus 200, minus 300,000, something like this, like far worse than the forecast, would actually mean the euro dollar really probably spiking up again. And this is in terms of trading, at least my favorite scenario. So what I'm going to try to do for now, for today, is that since euro dollar seems to go down all the way, I'm going to place an order down here to try to buy some at a supposedly cheaper price. So let me enter my order there. So I am going to want to buy one lot down there at, let's say, 107.80. I'm not going to put a stop for this one. I'm not going to take profit for this order. Usually I do that. You guys know that. I'm not going to do that for now because it's strategic position. Because in the long term, or in middle term, maybe even short term being like 2 weeks ahead, I'm expecting that the impact on the US economy is going to be far worse than on the European one. I mean, you guys, I'm sure you guys are all following the media. You are all following the development of the coronavirus cases, and the US is the country with the most infections, is probably sadly going to be the country with the most dead people as well. There is going to be a massive impact onto the economy. Of course, not only in the US, but with the US being the biggest economy in the world, the impact is going to be the most severe probably. So we are going to take a bit probably of a long-term bet. Now, if we are right, if I'm right, and I get my euro dollar down here, and later on when the numbers are really as bad as I think it should be, and euro dollar goes up again, then I can see if I want to get out of my position here, or whatever. Depends on the length of my breath, of course, at the moment. And should this order not be executed because euro dollar doesn't go below 108, for example, and then I'm going to buy later, like let's say like 10 or 5 minutes before the number comes out, I'm going to buy some euro dollar. Now, if the number is not as bad as expected, we will probably see euro dollar going down further. So we'll maybe not today, but definitely the net days probably test the new lows then. So then I have to see that I really rather quickly get out of my position and try the next strategy, try the same strategy maybe next month again. We're not going to touch the S&P 500 today because we are already taking here a bit of a risky position probably. So we don't want to overstretch our luck. Yesterday, after a Twitter message of Donald Trump, oil like suddenly spiked up by 25%. I'm not really going to comment on this because for me it's all a bit of hot air. We saw there's a lot of oil in storage recently, so there's just no demand. There's no reason, in my opinion, why the price should go up at the moment again. Bitcoin made a jump yesterday over the 7,000, came back then again into this odd trading range we have here at the moment. It's going to be interesting if the numbers of the non-farm payrolls really are as bad as expected, what impact this is going to have on Bitcoin. Now, the fundamental principle of Bitcoin is security, like a decentralized structure that is not dependent on any Federal Reserve banks, any central banks, any countries, any rich individuals or whatsoever. So normally it should be a risk-averse asset, in my opinion. So we should, like by the nature of Bitcoin, actually see a spike up when the number is very bad. However, what we've seen recently is that Bitcoin is taken as a position of speculation still by many investors. And that's why there was this huge sell-off when the corona crisis started and really sped up as well, because people don't see it as a security token yet, or as a means of securing one's wealth, securing one's money that is independent from federal structures. But yeah, it's still a speculative asset. But let's see how this will behave later. Yeah, guys, that's all for today. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. When the number is like surprising later on, I publish a new video about what is going on there. If not, we are going to see each other again on Monday. Until then, have a good day and have a safe weekend. Goodbye.